Hello friends and traders, let's talk about this tool, and people have some questions how to use it, so let's demonstrate that quickly. So here what we are doing, WDGAN 42, this is 30 minutes NQ chart. Chart is squared. You can pick any kind of square you like. Just stick with this once you find the harmonics you like. Alright, so this is designed to be on higher time frame, 30 minutes, 60 minute, or if you want to go on smaller time frame, you can do ranges. Even on the higher time frame, you can do ranges, which I'm going to demonstrate what you can do with this. Why we need this square. Once you stick with this, you can do 1 by 1, 1 by 2 by 2, 3 by 3 for ES as well. So just figure it out what you want and stick with this. So squaring is important for geometry. Here's it, right? Once and for all, squaring is required for geometry. Squaring is required for geometry. All right, I said it 3 times. 369 frequency has been released. So what are we doing here? So chart is squared, 3 by 3, 1 by 3. Just have a harmonic chart, because if you change it, things will change. All right. So once you find out what is it, stick with this. All right, because things will adjust accordingly. So 24 by 1 per day, bar by bar, 3 by 3, 369. So there are some people go even to fractions. All right, so that's the first law of using this tool. What is the tool? Tool is 369 L3 buyers, seller bars. Fascinating name. We teach you in the levels, level 1 actually, what this means and what to do with this. And why are we using GAN? We're using GAN just to get the swings for you. Alright, because this 30-minute bar, you can have multi-large swing points. Alright, we have discussed this many times, so I think just think before you act. This is a thinking man's game. Alright, you want to use 3 by 2, this is just thickness, right? You want to use, keep the harmonics of 4 frequency for NQ and 369, or 5 sequencing for ES. All right, depending on, are you a scalper, swinger? All right, so you get a hard spot, right? See this? When I drop this tool, it will tell you to click and click. Just initially click anywhere, click, it gives you this geometry. So when I click it here, and I click somewhere at the bottom, for example, what am I trying to achieve? I'm trying to measure this height, right? Once the height is measured, the first thing is to come on, there we go, right? You can move the triangle. So people are stuck with this. When I said this is designed to be on single bar. Remember, we're talking about big banking bar, but if you want to adjust it, use it differently, you offset the triangle overlay at the opening apex right here. And then the apex gives you some information of time and price. It is not, I think it is incidental more than we have pivot degree move, which does that, but this is what it was designed to enter the trend. But this is side profit from, because of the shape of the geometry if squared properly. All right, so this whole range has to be traded, right? This is what it is measuring this trade, chopping into in the 80s we had this decimal exchange, right? That's the whole philosophy of this. Algos are running on it. That's why I'm sharing this. All right, we can add more lines here if that is of interest, but the idea was the internal, treating this as that hey, this is the apex, okay, timing is coming perfect, right? This is the price, is extension is there, time is there. So we are trying to figure out what is going on with the time and the price, and we enter based on 2-minute chart. When the system changes direction, and we have 2-minute chart which is telling a hey, NQ is ready. First structure is there, coming off the level, coming off the time, or coming off 369 Astro level. Probably I don't remember if I released the video yesterday. These are not planned lectures, this is just all right. Let's bring our family into consciousness. Let's inject that frequency, right? It's not planned lectures. 450 unplanned, 450 unplanned lectures. I think we love it. All right, there we go. So that is the first purpose, right? You vertically offset it here and you can see the geometry. Now you may find something, oh, I find this, I find that. Here is the thing, right? Don't oversee things first of all, and then whatever you're seeing, make sure you go back in 2 years, 20 years, you back test it. If something is really on a daily chart, 20 years. Hourly chart, 6 months. 10-minute chart, 90 days, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Doesn't take much to move this. All right, so this is the whole idea. So we are measuring the swing and seeing its reflection of this swing, how it is playing out. Okay, what else to tell you? So that's one thing. Another thing is, remember this is banking bar retest. So this apex is nothing more than is a 50%, right? This 50% is apex. So you're saying when market comes back to here, conditions are right, you can take a shot. That's what it is telling us. If you are going to go long, right? Who is in control? If this guy is a seller, are we trading this as a buyer, right? That's the whole story. So you can try swing by swing. You can use 4 or 5 on ES. 4 is good for NQ. 3 or 5 is good for, just try those swing points and then you go swing by swing. All right. So let's try this one, or let's try this one, right? That's all it is. So now I have to change the height of it. The zigzag has huge meanings. You can time the entire market. You can time every swing by zigzag model itself, right? We'll discuss that in level 4. All right, so what am I doing here? Same thing. I'm taking this height of this swing, vertically shifting it. This height is being shifted vertically at the starting apex. So measure swing by swing. If you're confused with which bar, that bar, always simplify. Not dummify, simplify. So when your brain is adjusting to new things, you better start, okay, let me do swing by swing, let's get used to it, and then square the chart. And then you move it offset vertically. I measure this height of the swing. I'm creating a triangle. As I said, I don't want to get into too much discussion of geometry right now. I'm going to be expecting at the apex there might be some turn. Now what is happening? Same thing, time and price. Now this is 50 of time and price. All right. We can add more circles. Excuse me. We can add more circles and a lot of other geometry here. Start here, simple. First we can expand on this geometry. It doesn't take too much time. We have a good coding team now. And then question is, do I need to move it? Well, if you find something bigger swing, or if you want to change the swing height measurement, you can. All right, so let's address that question also. When do I shift it? Well, if you want to keep the swing, job is done, move on. If you want to measure a new swing, adjust it. Because is this not a valid swing? Is this not a valid swing, or this, or this, or this, or this? They are. That's why we are measuring it, and we are doing we're doing this. Swing to swing. So you can press shift to see the hotspot. All right, so what is happening here? I'm measuring this swing now, right? So where do I keep it? I have to move to the right side of. All right, nicely placed. The height has been obtained. Now I can move it. Right, I am taking this height, creating a triangle, getting a triangle of this situation and offsetting it from the height. Because moving it here, now think logically. If I move it here, right, this apex is saying turn is coming on this bar. Okay. Now if I want to keep the same height, I can move it at the beginning of this or end of the measurement. So let's move it. Keeping vertically straight at the beginning point or end points. And I get this bar at this price, right? So this is a seller bar, came inside it based on our methodology. And the time is there vertically. So I hope this helped clear the confusion. Nothing is confusing here actually. It's just practice. If you can't see, there is a triangle thickness, make it 3. You can change the color also. If you don't like the color, no problems. Some flexibilities are there from the coder. There we go. Can you see now? So I moved it. I made this height now. Look at this. This swing height. This swing height. And put it vertically at the beginning. And we get the vertically when it gets vertical at one of the levels. Right here. So it is not the geometry and tool, it is the methodology which we have discussed, which we are playing. Alright, that's all there is. Alright my friends, that's all I had to discuss on this subject. I hope this helped. Thank you.